Here we go then for the final time today, live from the National Volleyball Centre here in Kettering. It's the fourth of 7 matches this weekend, and it is the first leg of the men's Super 8 final. Team Northumbria versus IBB London Polonia. This is going to be some spectacle. Team Northumbria will be smarting after defeat in the National Cup final just a month ago, and IBB London Polonia will be looking to cap off what's been a superb season for them. They missed out on the Super 8 finals last year, finishing 5th in the league table. This season, they finished top of the Super 8 table, and they've won the National Cup. It's been a great season for Vangelis and co, and this is the first leg of the two-legged final that stands between them and an historic double for their club. Team Northumbria's ladies have a one-match advantage after the first leg of their Super 8s final that we saw on court prior to this one. So their men will be looking to emulate that. A plethora of talent in both rosters for this final. But injury news that we can bring you is that Team Northumbria's former Team GB London Olympian Nathan French has got some shoulder discomfort. He will play some part in this final, we expect. But whether he'll be as effective as usual is one to keep an eye on. That's Polonia there in the red shirts and with white trim. And here come Team Northumbria. Their captain, Pete Bakari, played alongside Nathan French for Team GB in London nearly 4 years ago. So there is Nathan French wearing 10. Does start for Team Northumbria, but certainly one to keep an eye on. Who are you backing at home while you're watching this live stream this afternoon? Hashtag Super816. We would love to hear from you. We've had lots of correspondence from you all around the world so far today. We'd love to keep that up. There's plenty of support in this arena for both teams. Polonia have brought their traditional supporters club with giant flags and drums and all sorts of other noise-making devices. The top two teams in English volleyball go head-to-head once more in the first leg of this Super 8s final. And once, would you believe that here we are on Twitter, hashtag Super816, and talk has already turned to how short Team Northumbria's shorts are. I'll try not to get caught up in that issue again as we did at the National Cup finals last month. But hitting from left to right then in this first set. Team Northumbria in their all-black kit with white trim. And it's Alex Jenkins who will start off this two-legged Super 8s final. Oh, good effort leaping over the advertising hoardings from Jeff Carlson, but not quite. I feel sometimes, especially at the men's elite level, that we should play volleyball in an arena twice as big just to give them the room around the court to maneuver and chase those stray balls. The serve taking a touch off the net, making it much more difficult for the libero, Ryan Heath.
Big block that at the net then by James McCarty. Solid start this from Polonia.
First point on the board for Team Northumbria. Quick set through the middle by Alex Jenkins. And here is the first chance to have a look at Nathan French's shoulder. Looks fine to me. Two terrific single-handed pickups, and it's French that puts it back over. But then swinging straight through the middle comes Ollie Kimber.
Well, they did what they could there, didn't they, Team Northumbria? Ryan Heath, the libero, just a little bit short then. The smash then coming in from James McCarty. And not a lot he could do to keep that out. Polonia, the stronger of the two sides at the moment. Well, forcing the error then at the net, the blockers for Team Northumbria.
Frantic start to the first leg of this final. Great atmosphere here in Kettering. Really warm in here as well, which just adds to it. And it's clever that from Pete Macari. We know how much power he's got, but he's also got unbelievable hang time, Pete Macari, which gives him the chance to make whichever decision he likes. He's up for so long. You see, he gets his wrist right over that. You see the flick of the wrist to put it straight back down.
And you can really see that in the slow-mo, can't you? He seems to be in there forever. Well, that's the first failed serve we've seen of the afternoon so far. Team Northumbria men making a mistake then.
Well, Mrs. Bakari goes out to Shenton and flicked off a shoulder, I think, of a red shoulder. So Northumbria's point.
Fortunate that.
My goodness me, that has got to be the longest serve I have witnessed in the last few years here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering.
It didn't even make it inside the advertising boards. No question as to whether that one was in or out.
There's a table of officials just out of your picture on the right-hand side there who had to pass it back. Cleared the advertising hoardings.
That's a bit more like it, though.
Set very tight to the net, but Lucio Oro doesn't mind. He is one big unit, Oro, and it's his kill that takes Polonia into the first technical timeout. 8-5 to the good.
Some big hitting, as you'd expect from a men's final. Polonia, the more composed, I'd say, of the two teams at the moment. The difference really only 3 points and two dodgy serves from the Team Northumbria, and that's really been the difference between the two sides at the moment.
A reminder, hashtag Super816 is the way to contact us on Twitter. Tweet to @VBallEngland. Sheriff Phillips saying, great job, ladies, coming from Scottsdale, Arizona. From the Phillips family, that, of course, relating to Team Northumbria women's 3-2 win over Polonia in the first leg of their Super 8's final. And she's also commented on Attila Byrne's bright compression shorts. He's tucked away in the substitutes area at the moment, Attila Byrne, but he's got some luminous green / luminous yellow compression shorts on, which I'm sure we'll see at some point from the Hungarian. Long way again for Jeff Carlson to go. He's almost in the crowd that time.
Just runs out of court, doesn't he? Jumps over the advertising boards, but just not able to get there. It took a deflection off one of his players on the way through, which is what slowed it down and made him, well, gave him a chance to get there, but in the end, not quite enough.
Big hit, but just long.
I guess the Polonia players will claim they left that. There was no getting on the end of it, though, but it did just drop out of the courts.
It was Carlson again involved. He's been heavily involved early on for Northumbria. Clayton hanging high and forcing it straight back down. Andy Clayton on the Team Northumbria side and Ollie Kimber on the IBB London Polonia side are very good friends off the court, but not so much on it. And it's Kimber's side that are doing all the early running here. 11-6 they lead. Now Phil Smith, who was the MVP in Polonia's cup success last month. Set for the pipe attack for Chortea. Did really well to react to that coming straight back at him. Northumbria try the pipe attack again. It comes back. But then the decision goes Team Northumbria's way. Just a touch at the top of the net there from Jamie McCarty. Well, Polonia kept it alive with a foot, but then it's straight through the block from Nathan French.
Whoa, the shout from someone in the crowd just in front of us, and I think that sums up that smash quite nicely, doesn't it?
Apologies, it was actually Carlson that came through.
Yeah, Jeff Carlson with the eventual hit there. Well, I don't really think Northumbria knew too much about that. It looked like it was Carlson again, and it deflected off, and 4 points difference then. Polonia making a quick change.
Huge leap from Oro. Shenton shut out again. Again, he tries the tip. Oro equal to it, and Chortea, has he found the line? He has. Great strike from Mariusz Chortea. Attacked it from very deep. Set by the captain, Bartosz Kisielewicz.
That looked wide from my angle.
All happens very quickly.
Even in slow motion. They've got a better angle than we have, that's all I'll say. Great block of the net then by James McCarty. And James McCarty again just can't quite get down to keep it going.
McCarty swinging again from the outside. Bologna keeping themselves in front in this first set.
Yeah, maintaining that 4-point gap at the moment, aren't they? It's been 4 or 5 points for the best part of this set so far. But you can't help but feel that Northumbria is slowly getting their way back into this.
Carlson with that characteristic huge toss. But there's Chortea swinging cross court to deadly effect. 15-11 Polonia. Ollie Kimber with that typically fired up look on his face. He'll serve to try and take Polonia into the technical timeout with a big advantage. Great pancake from Kisielewicz. Chortea, sorry, it was Oro swinging through it. And it's a 5-point lead at the second technical timeout for IBB London Polonia.
Yeah, Jeff Carlson just unable to get a strong wrist on that there. He manages to make contact with the ball, but it's just not quite enough. And Alex Jenkins is standing at the net there. Consolidates his condolences to his teammate, really. So, London Polonia with the 5-point advantage at the moment then. They started the better of the two teams and they've managed to maintain that gap, although we have seen moments where Team Northumbria, things have sort of fit together for them.
Phil Smith in the Polonia block. I think Chortea was in there as well. Just an infringement at the net from Polonia. So the gap, 5 points still, 12-17.
Well, that's loose there from, was that James McCarty? I think it was. A very powerful hit, but it just wasn't accurate.
He attacked it from a long way away. Shenton just takes a bit off of the serve just to give them something else to think about, and it works. Well, Polonia thought they'd got the point here. Kisielewicz, the captain, has come straight over to speak to the first referee, Dominic Bigailo. And now Kisielewicz goes over to speak to our second referee, Seb Vidlarts. I don't think you're going to get a different answer from the two of them. It's like playing one parent off against each other here, Kisielewicz. But they're both united in their decision that that was Team Northumbria's point, and a timeout called by Vangelis just to maybe try and settle his captain's mind.
So Team Northumbria make their way back out onto the court first. Just 3 points in it at the moment. And, well, momentum with them prior to the timeout. Sam Shenton will play the serve. And that's long, that's loose, and that's often what happens after a timeout, is it disrupts the pattern in play, and it generally is a server that will suffer as a result of that. It's often a tactic the coaches will use to try and disrupt things when momentum's going with one team. Polonia then to serve, 4 points to the good at the moment. That's great block play then by Marius Chultea. And it's Team Northumbria's turn to call a timeout. Perhaps try and put a bit of a break in that Polonia momentum. 5 points to the good now. So Polonia's serve then, looking for a 6-point lead. Bartov Kishelevich with the serve. Yep. That's good enough then by Polonia.
Big serve by Kishelevich.
He tried to get out of the way, didn't he, Sam Shenton, but it's so powerful, he just couldn't move. It's like dodgeball, not volleyball.
Here's our first chance to have a look at Attila Bernt's wonderful bright yellow compression shorts.
Are they yellow or green?
Whatever colour they are, they shouldn't be allowed.
They don't really go with the rest of his kit, do they?
I'm not sure he's that bothered.
Subtlety's not the reason you wear clothing like that.
Good pancake again from Kishelevich. He has been involved in everything. Chortea with the tip.
Oh, a bit of a
French.
chest dive then from Nathan French.
Such a great point this, but then Oro makes a mistake back over his head. It was a difficult one, but one that he'd expect to make anyway. Polonia have got the finish line in this first set in their sights. Going to see Roman Mizorak come on in place of Marius Chortea, and a service-orientated substitution. Back comes the number 12 to serve. 3 points away from an early advantage here, Polonia. 3 point. If they can work it, Kishelevich finds McCarty. McCarty having a party for Polonia.
James McCarty having a party. We've been waiting all set to say that.
It was a great reaction from McCarty to keep it alive, and then Lucio Oro Hitting from opposite.
Involved with all sorts at the moment, and it's set point to Polonia.
Off the top of the fingertips of Clayton and Setsofia. Well, Mizarak has done his job. He was brought on to try and serve out the set for Polonia, and he's done just that, and they've won the first set by 10 points. Ryan Heath, the libero for Northumbria, is looking absolutely bemused.
And to be fair, Polonia have looked good for this first set. They've been the stronger of the two teams. They started well, and they finished off the set nicely. Northumbria are going to have to up their game.
As the two sides take on board some instructions and a few drinks. Time to remind you of our hashtag. Last chance to get involved really today. Hashtag Super816 if you've been sat at home watching and there's something that you've been itching to say to us, or you just want your name read out on the live stream. Hashtag Super816. At VBall England is our Twitter handle. Is there a way back for Northumbria, or was that start from IBB London Polonia just too strong? Interesting to note that on the 2nd of April in the cup final, Polonia did win the first set 25-18. Northumbria rallied back to take the next two sets, so it's all about the reaction from the team from the Northeast.
So the onus now on Team Northumbria to really up their game. Polonia, the more dominant of the two sides in that first set. So it will be Polonia then getting us going again in this second set. They started well in the first. What can Northumbria do to try and win back a bit of that momentum? 10 points the difference between the two sides in that first set. It wasn't close, but still plenty. Team Northumbria have got to offer, and I'm sure they'll come back fighting in the second set. Marius Choltea will get us going.
So we're ready for the second set then of this men's Super 8's final first leg. And it's an ace service from Marius Choltea. Northumbria left it just like they left it to lose the first set. Great serve by Choltea. Perfect start to this second set for Polonia.
That's gone wide. And, well, Bologna have started in control in this second set. They're definitely looking the stronger of the two teams.
Been fairly quiet so far, Pete Bakari. That's just an example of how deadly he can be in the Northumbria attack.
That's gone just wide then, a little dink that's just gone to the right of the line there. Northumbria draw level.
Great pass by Nathan French, but then Shenton couldn't reach it.
Sam Shenton then trying to keep the ball active, but failing to realise they'd already had 3 hits. Well, Bologna just seem to be eking out points at the moment, don't they? They're just making the most of everything that comes their way, taking their opportunities, not making many mistakes, serving well. And they're the more consistent of the two teams.
2 touches that time from Jeff Carlson, who looks to me as if he's taken on setting duties for Team Northumbria. We're hearing there's been an injury to Alex Jenkins, who was the starting setter for Team Northumbria. So Carlson, he's an all-action man. So setting's a slightly different role for him. Do have Fraser Brown on the bench, who can operate in that position as well, but choosing to trust Carlson with it at the moment, Northumbria.
Oh, and you look at the topspin in the air there, and it's taken Pete Bakare by surprise. He's thought the ball's coming a bit further back, and that's the last we're going to see of him for the moment. He's gone off to be replaced by, I think, Ryan Heath, the libero, and that would have been a point he would have made the most of, I'm sure of that. Oh, fantastic serve. What a serve that is. An ace straight down the middle. You don't get on the back of those. Bartov Kishelavil.
He throws it so high in the air. If it wasn't so hot in here, it'd come down with snow on it.
That's the only downside of throwing it that high. If you don't make the right connection to it, you keep that height and it shoots over the edge.
It's so difficult to time, but it's a risk worth taking, especially at this level. If you can apply some pressure with your service, rather than just putting the ball in play to start the rally, it does make a huge difference, which is why teams do take that risk. Because it's worth more to them to put service pressure on the team, because you might as well be surrendering a point anyway. If you put it over with a bit less pace on it, or you put it over and it's out, but you've tried to apply a bit more pressure, it's much of the same thing, so you might as well try the latter.
And it's a technique that they're going to practice time and time again, so it's no coincidence that a lot of these serves are dropping just inside the baseline.
So we'll just keep an eye on what I heard to be an injury to Alex Jenkins. He's back on court at the moment. We also heard that Nathan French is struggling a bit with his shoulder, so we'll keep an eye on those injuries for you. Just a point in it as we approach the first technical timeout. Shenton with another big serve. Kishelavich sets it for Chortea, who puts it down right at the feet of the libero Ryan Heath. And we're into the first technical timeout. And once again, it's IBB London Polonia who hold the advantage. 8-6 they lead.
So Polonia with the 2-point advantage then heading into the first technical timeout. They also have a set to their name, making fewer mistakes, a bit more organised as well. It's an important stage of the match this for Northumbria. They've got to try and get this next set, because if they're 2 sets down, then, well, they're struggling. So the two teams make their way back out onto the court then, 8-6 to Polonia. Slow and steady wins the race indeed. There's not a lot of pace in that serve from Oliver Kimber, but enough to cause a few problems in the Northumbria ranks. And this time he's been made to punish for it. Andrew Clayton with the smash at the front of the court. That's a slow serve by Kimber is more precision than it is anything else, and he goes to the back left-hand side of the court, but it's just not quick enough. So what can Andrew Clayton do? Well, Mauricio's Shorter did what he could to try and get in the way of that, but it's just a case of get your arms in the way and just hope for the right deflection. But in fact, no, it did deflect off.
Yeah, it hit Carlson on its way back down.
It hit Jeff Carlson, didn't it? So he's done very well there to get that back for Polonia.
Great stuff from Ryan Heath to keep that serve off the floor. But he can't do anything about Oro hitting straight down the line. The big Brazilian doing some damage as usual with that right arm of his.
Boom, pick that one out. Luciero playing the position well out wide. Polonia maintaining their marginal advantage in the second set. They've got the edge at the moment.
Shenton with the pipe attack. Got a bit of luck off the top of the net, did Shenton. It's a good pass from Carlson. Jenkins back on setting duty. There came Shenton, just bounced as he saw before Miha Salah could get there. But then French serves long for Northumbria, and the 3-point advantage is re-established for Polonia. Off-wall touches on the Northumbria side sees Polonia extend their advantage to the point where Audrey Cooper, the assistant coach of Team Northumbria, presses that button to call the timeout. Her side trailing by 4 points.
Just a couple of points away from the technical timeout, but obviously the coach thinking, I want to make sure I head into this technical timeout on the ascendancy.
What can Team Northumbria do then out of their own timeout to try and reduce the deficit? Already trailing by a set here in the first leg of this Super 8's final. It's very deft from Shenton, but Polonia have recovered it. And it's much less deft from Oro. He doesn't do deft, that man.
No, Oro is certainly one of the powerful players of this match. Polonia using his smash, his height, his power to their advantage. There's nothing you can do about that. Great set and great dispatch. Kept alive then well by Polonia.
Big block though. Bakari and Shenton. Big shot out. There is some stopping Lucio Oro.
Apparently so.
I wouldn't fancy my chances, but that's why we're up here.
You wouldn't want to be on one of the receiving ends of one of those smashes.
Great effort from Carlson.
But it was Oliver Kimber with the smash in the end.
Yeah, but Kimber was reaching over. I don't think the referee liked it, and he's given the point to Northumbria. Look at that from Carlson.
Fantastic.
Super
Carlson
effort.
has done so well there.
Yeah, Kimber over the net. So Team Northumbria's point.
Harsh on Kimber, but those are the rules. Well, it's gone the way of Polonia then, and the ball striking Alex Jenkins in the chest then, and he just looks at his teammates, say, don't worry about me, get the ball back.
Second technical timeout then. Polonia still on top in this final. 16-12 they lead. Remember, if you want to join in the conversation, hashtag Super816 is the way to do so. The mystical being behind the Twitter handle Volley Science said live stream set for the Super 8s, enjoying super competitive UK volleyball. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Well, Volley Science are coming down to watch the conclusion of these Super 8s finals tomorrow. Remember, the second legs of both the women's and the men's final to be played tomorrow, which kicks off at 10:30 on this live stream with the Invitational Sitting Grand Prix between East London Lynx and the Sitting Grand Prix All-Stars. That kicks off the day, and then it's Polonia Side Out London versus Team Northumbria. Team Northumbria took the first match of that final 3-2, and then we'll round off this 7-match weekend here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering with the conclusion of this final. A reminder of the rules: if one team wins one match and the other team wins the other match, regardless of the set scores, it goes to a golden set to be played tomorrow, which is played like a fifth and final set, really. First to 15 points, first to win by 2 clear points once you're there. We'd just like to call it a golden set and make it sound all glittery and exciting, which of course it will be, should it happen.
If you remember, back in football days, they used to do a golden goal, which is essentially the same thing, isn't it? First to score the winning set in this case is the winning team. Polonia coming back from technical timeout then and making a mistake on the serve. And this is perhaps giving Northumbria a window here. Just 2 points in it now.
Couple in a row for Northumbria. Alex Jenkins, solid service duty. Interesting formation as well, as they all line up in front of Jenkins, whether that's there to try and distort the vision of the opposition slightly. But it's almost conga-like from Team Northumbria. There you see them. And Vangelis, the Polonia coach, doesn't like it one bit. He's called a timeout. Northumbria have won 3 points in a row since trailing 12-16 at the technical timeout.
The Polonia fans doing whatever they can to distract the Northumbria men from serving. It didn't work with the serve, but it's Polonia that have got the point in the end. Technical timeout then disrupting their rhythm.
Too big from Jamie McCarty. Keeps the gap to just a single point. Big Sam Shenton to serve. Great work at the net from Clayton. Just got up, stayed up, made sure he pushed it straight back down.
Clever play that.
One-on-one with Rafael Kepka. Clayton comes out on top. It's caught the sideline. Northumbria didn't think so. The officials did.
Substitution comes in then. It's Sam Shenton that goes off.
Attila Berndt, how could you miss him? Chortea gives the finger wag, as if to say, yes, that was me, right place. Alex Jenkins and Jeff Carlson just being given a talking to. The Northumbria captain, Pete Bakari, is on the bench at the moment. Reverse set by Jenkins is out wide for Carlson. The two men just having a discussion with the referee.
Rafael Kepka unable to keep that in, and this is as tight as you like, isn't it? With as we're approaching the final stages of this second set, just a point in it. Polonia have had the upper hand, but Northumbria are well and truly still in this, and draw level. The block then coming from Jeff Carlson. 19 all, and well, the serve just straight into the net then, and it's not the time or the moment you really want to be doing that. Timeout then called. Polonia with the slight advantage at the moment then, but there really isn't anything in this.
Skipper Bartosz Kisielewicz back to serve then. Key figure in their cup final success last month. That's a great play by Northumbria, but Polonia lightning quick reactions. More traditional this time, it goes to the opposite side, and Jeff Carlson makes sure it's 20-20. Very tight second set here. Off the fingertips of Chortea.
It's behind you. Liam Jenkinson losing the ball in midair, then turning around, and then before it even noticed, it drops on the floor.
Set Sofia shut out by Smith and McCarty. Again, Northumbria thought that they had the decision there, but it must just have dropped back down and inside the parameters of the court. And a timeout called by Northumbria. 2 points the gap. Polonia just 3 points away from going 2 sets up. Tweet coming in using the hashtag Super816 from Zachary Sinclair. Got my shades on so I can see past the brightness that is Attila's compression shorts. Anybody want to talk about the volleyball on Twitter, or is it all about Attila Burns' shorts? We'll talk about the volleyball then. That's big from Liam Jenkinson. Big left arm. Nathan French on from the bench to serve.
Relentless, that Polonia support. Fair play. And their team giving them plenty of reason to celebrate then. Just 2 points away from a 2-set lead. Polonia now, what can Northumbria do? Smash coming in then from Phil Smith.
Just put on a plate for him, wasn't it, by Kisielewicz? He's so accurate with his setting. Hristo Todorov is on for Polonia. He takes up service duty. Jenkinson switching sides, but still the same effect. Another big left arm from him. Very, very close here as Pete Bakari, the captain, comes back to serve for Northumbria. Shenton back in for the side that trail, just to add a bit more height at the net in place of Attila Burns, especially with Pete Bakari restricted to the backcourt after serving. It's Pete Bakari that's trying to chase that one, but he's not going to get anywhere near it. It's another huge swing from Lucio Oro, and it's set point Polonia. 1 point away from going 2 sets to the good.
So
Polonia doing everything they can to keep that ball off the floor. Making Northumbria play one more rally, but one more rally they play and they finish it off, Northumbria. They've staved off the first set point.
Huge dive forward there by Lucio Oro. Just unable to get any fingertips to it. So 1 point saved. Liam Jenkinson. Oh, well, timeout called just as Liam Jenkinson is about to take the serve.
He's a wily old coach, is Vangelis. Knows exactly what he's doing there. Jenkinson, as you say, almost in the motion of starting his service. Vangelis just hits that timeout button. Just want to be making sure that his side get over the line. Team Northumbria's Dave Goodchild there, right in the mix. Audrey Cooper as well, lots of experience with the England national setup, those two. Plenty of wisdom to impart. There's only so much talking they can do from the sidelines. It's about what happens on the court, ultimately. See if Liam Jenkinson can keep his focus out of the timeout. Serving with his side facing a second set point.
Well,
and it's big one.
It was a big serve that as well, to be fair. It wasn't powerful, but it was accurate. And James McCarty not continuing that party at the moment, getting picked up off the floor by his teammates. He looks crestfallen. Perhaps in the back of his mind, he's worried that that opportunity could have passed him now. 2 set points saved. Liam Jenkinson keeping a cool head. What can he do from this position?
Again, the pass was difficult for Polonia. Northumbria are in control of this rally. Setting Shenton again, good reach at the block. Over it goes for Jenkinson. Kisielewicz has done excellently to keep it alive. So has Heath on the other side. Shenton can't finish it off. Chortea's in the way. What a point this is at such a crucial time, and it's finally gone down from Sam Shenton. Great rally, and Northumbria have turned this set around, and they now have their own set point.
2 points, 2 set points down. What a point that was. Northumbria, the timeout called at such a crucial point. Liam Jenkinson's serving has been solid.
Oh, straight through the fingertips of Chortea. What a run of service points from Liam Jenkinson. 26-24, Northumbria take the second set. It's 1-1. Brilliant from Jenkinson.
Well, James Cardy looked crestfallen, didn't he, when the ball slipped through his fingers. He was unable to keep that rally alive, and at that point it was set point to Polonia. Wonder how significant that could prove to be. Instead of 2 sets down, they're now 1 apiece. So the teams return to the court then for the third set of the match. It'll be interesting to see how Polonia recover after having their own fate in their own hands. 3 set points. Now they find themselves level on sets. Team Northumbria to get us going again. There we go. That's the start they wanted. James McCarty looks like a real bit of passion going through that smash there. James McCarty was disappointed at the end of that last set, but certainly made use of himself there. Well, that serves long there by Bartosz Kisielewicz. And in return, Sam Shenton serving long this time. Mistakes from both teams then at the beginning of this third set even. Well, Power coming to the rescue there. Oro getting out wide, using his power well. We saw a lot of that in the second set. Andrew Clayton responding though for Team Northumbria. And it's a lot closer this set. At the beginning at the very least anyway. Both teams exchanging blows. No idea which way this match is going to go. Could go anyway. And again, Lucio Oro getting out wide and smashing the shot home. Teams exchanging smashes. Phil Smith now with the serve for London Polonia. And making the most of the mistake there, James McCarty. He's found his rhythm again in his second set. Kept alive well by Team Northumbria, but in the end, James McCarty with the smash. Well, not quite working this time for James McCarty. Peter Bakara for Team Northumbria getting in the way with the block. Liam Jenkinson now to serve for Team Northumbria. Oh, well, that's unfortunate really for Polonia. Oliver Kimber getting down low, keeping the ball alive and being perfectly aware of the fact that the ball was already over the net. Polonia just let it go. Good start to this third set. Not much in it at the moment. Jenkinson to serve for Team Northumbria. Yep. And that's what happens when the slow serves come in. It invites the pressure, doesn't it? And Kimber was there for the smash. On comes Mikael Sala, libero for London Polonia. And that's been left, and it's caught the back line, I think, isn't it? such fine margins. Inches in between points at the moment. Polonia, the stronger of the two sides in this opening period of the third set, and that's struck the net straight from the serve there by Oro. He got lucky with the last one, but this one's caught him out. Nathan French now to serve. I'll do nicely then. Sam Shenton getting out wide, smashing the ball home. Well, kept alive in the end by Ryan Heath, but the ball striking the roof just out of your shot there. Nothing you can do when that happens. The point is over. So we're into our first technical timeout, and it is Polonia with the slight advantage. Just a couple of points though, and not much in between the two teams at the moment, that's for sure.
Eight-6 narrow advantage for IBB London Polonia then at the first technical timeout of the third set. 1-1 in sets in the first leg of this Super 8s final. Hashtag Super 816, remember, if you want to get in contact on Twitter. Zachary Sinclair says, big shout out to two of our sitting marvels who are playing in the Sitting Invitational tomorrow morning. That, of course, the first game on court for tomorrow's action, 10:30. Join us for that, but you feel we've still got plenty more volleyball to play here tonight first. Also, Przemek Sochevka says, let's see if Polonia can respond. Getting interesting. It is indeed getting very interesting. Remember, Polonia led throughout the second set, but failed to close it out, surrendered 2 set points. And Northumbria turned it around. Over it goes for Shenton, and did that catch the line? Well, I didn't think so. Lucio Oro didn't think so. Vangelis thought about not thinking so, but thought better of arguing with the official. Decision goes Northumbria's way. Gap close to just a point. Chortea's spike comes straight back off the block, out wide of the sidelines for a Polonia point. So, again, as they did in the first and second sets, narrow advantage, just keeping it open. This time it flew out to the back of the court, but it did get a touch on the way through. That's the decision made by our referee, Dominic Bigailo.
Yeah, well, it was definitely long, wasn't it? But the referee saying it took a touch on the way through. So the point going the way of Northumbria.
Huge serve again from Carlson. Pass comes straight back over. Free point for Northumbria. Shenton finds a way inside Kishelevic's block. Good reactions off the net. Can Oro get there? He can, but it went the wrong side of the aerial. Super effort again from the big man, clearing a few chairs out in his wake.
Yeah, those chairs don't want to get in his way because they're not going to end up well.
That's what Oro is more accustomed to, rather than playing human skittle to some chairs. Set for him over on the opposite side, cross court, straight back down. Northumbria wanted a touch there, didn't get it. It's very tight at the moment, nip and tuck, both teams looking to the referee for a decision.
Well, Polonia were in control in the first set of this match, and Northumbria, contrary to that serve, have well and truly worked their way back into this match. Could have been 2 sets down, managed to save set points, and now they're looking to take the tendency into the second technical timeout. Yeah, good block play there by Lucio Oro. Polonia maintaining that narrow advantage then. Slight pause for a few changes. And again, Polonia too strong with the block. Oliver Kimber, the man getting in the way. Oh, what's the referee seen there then? 2 touches. So it's very close in as we're approaching that second technical timeout. Who's going to be the team taking the advantage? Kept alive well then by Northumbria. Great point this. And Ryan Heath unable to get anything on that then. So it's Polonia who take the advantage once again into the technical timeouts. We know Northumbria have resolve, but it's London Polonia with the advantage at the moment. 16-14 a lead, 1 set all. Great smash that then. As the teams look to continue both sets of momentum from the second technical timeout. But it's Northumbria men who strike first. Roman Mazarek then looking to get in on the action for Polonia, a 2-point lead. So 17-16 Polonia lead, but Northumbria serve to get us back going again. And that's a great tip at the centre of the court by the Polonia captain, Kishelevich. And they're just maintaining that gap at the moment. They've been ahead for most of this match, and it definitely have the psychological advantage at this stage of the set, although it came back to bite them in the previous set, didn't it? Oliver Kimber to serve then for Polonia. 2-point lead, 1 set all. And it's indeed Kimber who gets a wrist on that, but it can only parry out wide. A substitution then for Northumbria, and it's Liam Jenkinson, the man to come on. Ball striking the net, but it's still going, still live. Just a bit too much power on that then by Schultea. Scores now 18-all.
Phil Smith thought that got a touch on the way through. He's asking the second referee, Sebastian Vidlarts, to have a look at the trajectory of the ball, saying that it was moving in the air as if it had gathered a bit of spin from flicking off the top of a fingertip. If Phil Smith saw it, then the officials didn't. Big reverse set for Oro on the far side. Points to the floor as if to say, yep, when I'm swinging, that's where it's going. Big shot out block. I think Jenkinson was in there. Clayton too. Northumbria not lying down at the moment. Every time Polonia inch in front, Northumbria hit straight back. Big serve now from Shenton. Let's come back off the Nathan French block. And Team Northumbria have got their noses in front here.
And again, like we saw in the previous set, Team Northumbria coming good when it really counts.
Well, I said it was French, but French was actually buckled at the shins of Shenton there.
Shenton then to serve for Northumbria, a narrow 1-point lead.
The roars go up from the Northumbria supporters because they've got a 2-point lead now at this crucial stage of this match.
They may not have drums, but they're certainly being vocal at the moment.
No surprises that Vangelis has called a timeout for Polonia, trailing by 2 points. They led throughout most of this match, Polonia. It was turned around on its head as they lost 2 set points in the second for Northumbria to clinch it 26-24. They've led this set 8-6 and 16-14 at the technical timeouts. But now, again, at the business end of the set, Northumbria have got themselves right back in the mix. Better from Chortea down the line, closes the gap again. It's brilliant to turn that point straight around from a Shenton serve.
Absolutely.
It's Kieran Sowden who's actually on setting duty now for IBB London Polonia.
So tight this then at the end of the third set. Could go either way still.
Off the block of Mizrak and Kepka, but out.
And 2 points at this stage of the set is vital, isn't it? Although we've seen Polonia surrender set points in the previous sets, Northumbria this time with the slight advantage as we head into the business end. And there's now a 3-point lead. There's nothing that Mikael Salah can do to keep the ball in play. His dive is in vain in the end.
Another timeout called by Polonia. They can see this third set slipping away from them. Vangelis just trying to lift them and make sure they know exactly what the task is. Dave Goodchild will be delighted that his side are in this position, as we say, having trailed for much of this set. For Polonia, it's all about trying to close that gap as quickly as possible. For Northumbria, it's just about closing it out. We saw how difficult that can be in the previous set because Polonia failed to do it. Northumbria would not want to suffer the same fate. It's Andrew Clayton to serve them, with Northumbria needing just 2 points to go 2-1 in front.
Well, Rafael Kepka keeping things interesting.
Quick set for Bakari, but it was a bit tight into his body and he couldn't force it over the net. Just a point in it now. And this time it's a Northumbria timeout. Things getting very tense, very tight, very edgy towards the end of this third set. Remember, in the cup final here at the beginning of April, it was Polonia who took a 1-set lead. Northumbria then took the next 2 to go 2-1 in front before Polonia spun it round and won the last 2. So you just know that regardless of what happens, you can't write either of the sides off. Phil Smith on service duty then for IBB London Polonia. 22-23. Sowden's quick set is missed, but the ball's still over on the Northumbria side, and then the block is there. Big, big, big from Ollie Kimber. It was he that missed the swing from the quick set from Sowden, but he more than makes up for it.
3 consecutive points for Polonia now. They're making a fight of this, aren't they? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a technical time up coming up any second now. Phil Smith with the serve.
Wide cross court from Set Sofia. So Northumbria have thrown away their advantage and Polonia have a set point here. Another timeout called by Northumbria. Great run of points for Polonia. They failed to finish off the second set when they were in pole position. Northumbria saved 2 set points before converting the first of their own. Can Polonia finish the job here and get themselves back on top of the first leg of this Super 8's final? It's Phil Smith again, Mr. Consistent on serve for them. Needs to keep the serve in, but needs to make sure that he applies some pressure with it. Burnt's pass wasn't the best. Jenkinson puts it back with pace. Set over for Oro off the top of the block. Burnt has reached it at the back of the court. Over for a free point for Polonia. Can they finish it off this time? Through the middle, yes they can! And it's Ollie Kimbat who gets Polonia back in front. In this final, 25-23, they take the third set.
Well, Polonia doing to Northumbria what Northumbria essentially did to Polonia in the previous set. Polonia with the 3-point deficit to try and make up. They get things done when it's needed this time round. A score to settle after that second set when they had set points and were unable to convert them. Northumbria, though, ahead for the most part of that set and just unable to get things right. 5 points in a row in the end then for Polonia. In the end then, Polonia the victors in that set. 2-1. Still no idea which way this set's going to go. If I'm completely honest with you, I don't think many people are. Both teams matching each other shot for shot at the moment.
Final few opportunities for you to get in touch with us wherever you're watching us on the live stream today. Hashtag Super816. It's been great to have your company so far. Great to hear from everybody around the world watching the action. Hashtag Super816. Tweet to @VBallEngland if you've got something to say, particularly on the outcome of this match. Can you see Polonia closing it out, or can you see Northumbria forcing us to a fifth and deciding set? Hashtag Super816. Myself and James in the gantry are also on a fence, the proverbial fence.
Really couldn't call it, could you? It's been such a close match. Both teams really matching each other in every department. Two fantastic volleyball teams. This match very much could go the distance, like the girls' Super 8s did.
Fourth set of this men's Super 8s final, the first of 2 matches to decide the national champions 2016. IBB London Polonia, 2-1 in front. They're serving from left to right in this fourth set. Kieran Sowden, who's taken over setting duties from the captain Bartosz Kisielewicz.
So Polonia to get us going then in this third set, potentially decisive. Oh, the ball bobbles off the top of the net there and trickles over.
Yeah, it rolled across the width of it, didn't it? But it dropped from Polonia's perspective, the right side of the net. Good pick up from Sowden, who's looked good since coming on. Setsofi has another go, the block's in the way. Changing tack with Jenkinson this time, and it works out for Team Northumbria.
Yeah, I think Team Northumbria are looking good, but perhaps a bit of contact with the net there.
Mihas Salah looked in prime position to reach that, but an outstretched right arm, I think, from McCarty just took it slightly away from him. Great defense from Sowden, but even better in the 3-man block for Northumbria there. Came back over, they were lined up. Shenton, Clayton, Jenkinson.
Well, the smash then levelling things up. Sam Shenton, the man to deliver. The team Northumbria. It's now Andrew Clayton with the serve.
Bakari there. Got his fingertips over the top of his block. Put it back down on the right side. Northumbria edge in front at 5-4. Seen so many small twists and turns in this match so far. feel there are a couple more yet to come. Reverse for the backcourt attack for Chortea. Nice setting again from Kieran Sowden. Polished off again by Chortea. Set Sofia flying to his right. Got two hands on it, but only sent it further away. Clever from Shenton. Just rolls one over the top of the block. Fists are clenched for Northumbria. They fancy themselves to have the point there. Jeff Carlson is who's arguing, saying it came back down and caught a Polonia player on its way back down. Bakari, the captain, is over to try and calm things down with referee Dominic Bigailo.
Pick that one out. Sam Shenton using his strength there again at the net. We're edging our way closer then to that first technical timeout. Team Northumbria with a slight advantage at the moment.
A serve from Shenton takes Team Northumbria into the first technical timeout, in the lead for the first time in this match. It was deep and it was powerful from Shenton, and it was left by Polonia. Still plenty of bounce in that Northumbria team. They've trailed 5-8, 6-8, 6-8 at the first technical timeout in the first three sets. They lead 8-6. Michelle Woolsey is still watching in Texas, just because we love our volleyball, she says. Good to have your company, Michelle.
Wonder what the volleyball scene's like in Texas. Let us know.
We've had a tweet in from Moth as well, hashtag Super816, saying, while waiting for the Team Poland matches to start this season, we're trying to watch IBB Polonia's match on the live stream. Hashtag Go Polonia. Good to have you with us. Hashtag Super816. If you want to get in touch. Another big serve from Shenton. This time Polonia field it, but stretching behind himself was Chortea. Made it much more difficult to kill the point. Shenton, finally, from Polonia's perspective, off of his service rotation.
Oliver Kimber then, let's see what he can do from the service area. Oh, and it's just about kept alive. The outstretched palm then of Kimber making his way right from the back of the court, but unable to keep that going. Bit of moisture on the course here, and it's quickly cleaned up. So 3 points then, Northumbria in very marginal control.
Timeout called then by Vangelis and the Polonia camp. 4 points the difference in this fourth set. Northumbria, in contrast to the first three, have started much the stronger. But as we've seen, this match has tended to take its real course towards the very end of the sets.
So, Team Northumbria then currently in the ascendancy at the moment, trailing by a set. But they've not let that bother them in this set. Polonia not really bringing their A game yet to this fourth set. They'll obviously wanting to be closing this match out as soon as they can. Northumbria, though, will have a thing or two to say about that. And that's been working all day, hasn't it? Chiltea out wide, connecting well with the set and clawing a point back.
Sets off here into the net, bounces straight back out at him. So the Polonia timeout has worked its magic for Vangelis. They've closed the gap to just a single point now.
Often the technical timeout, the timeout called by the coaches favours the team that calls a timeout. Hence the reason they do it. Kieran Sodernen with the serve.
That one drops a good few inches inside the baseline. Bit of indecision maybe, bit of miscommunication possibly in the Team Northumbria ranks. But either way, they let it sail between a couple of them. And it dropped in, the serve from Kieran Souden, and it's a timeout called now by Dave Goodchild because he's seen a good, strong run of points for Polonia bring them level in this fourth set. So a chance for him to try and disrupt the momentum and swing it back in his side's favour.
As close as you like then in this fourth set. Let's see then, as Rob rightly says, what this technical timeout means to both sets of teams as they make their way back onto the pitch now. Northumbria with the early advantage in this set. That previous technical timeout, though, certainly favouring Polonia. Not much then that Mikael Salah could do about that to keep it going. And then again, we see the team who call the timeout winning the first point on return to the court. Team Northumbria with a narrow 12-11 lead. Yeah, and the strength of Marius Chiltea once again proving vital for Polonia. They level the scores.
Chest again of Ryan Heath. This time it's a more conventional defensive play. He's done well to keep this point alive for Northumbria. Polonia unable to fashion anything meaningful there. Free point if Northumbria can take hold of it. Jenkinson swinging, the Liberos both working fantastically well here, and it's a big point for Northumbria to take. Great defensive work from Ryan Heath. They've got a lot to thank their Libero for there. It's Miserak who found his way, blocked by Jenkins and Clayton in there as well.
Yeah, and it's Liam Jenkinson this time with the smash out wide. Northumbria then pushing for that second technical timeout lead, which is such a psychological advantage.
It's another massive, massive block. Clayton and Shenton forming an immovable object there. I think it was Shenton that got the telling touch.
Oh, and the ball drops in nicely there. Nothing that Setzer Faya could do about that. Just a point away for Northumbria to that technical timeout. Polonia looking to end this little segment well. They're serving. That's fantastic stuff, isn't it, from Andrew Clayton with the smash right at the net. And it's Northumbria then that go into the technical timeout with the slight advantage at the moment. 3 points ahead, 1 set behind, all still to play for in this Super 8 final. Northumbria winning the first leg for the women earlier on. It's Polonia who are in the ascendancy in terms of sets. Northumbria 3 points ahead in this 4th set. Of course, 2 legs to be played. The second leg concluding tomorrow. The winner of each leg, no matter what the score, getting the points. And if it's level, 1 setter, 1 leg all after the second leg, then we have a golden set, as we've named it. First to 15, a bit like a 5th set decider. So if Northumbria do go on to win this, we'll have a first to 15 shootout.
Polonia block in the way. Chortea trying to give his side a bit of a G up here. He means it. And I'll tell you what, if he tells you to mean it, you'd mean it as well. Chortea, a very fiery figure in his playing style as well as in his personality. Big serve from Oro. But he can't reach that as it took a deflection off the block. Three points to gap in favour of Team Northumbria, in favour of the team looking to take us to a 5th and final set.
That's the way to do it, though, isn't it? Pushed out wide then to Kiselevic, I think it was.
That's going to fly well behind the Polonia bench, irretrievable.
Take your pick, take out your teammate to rescue the point. I'm sure he'd rather rescue the point, but unable to at that moment.
pass by Phil Smith. Good effort by Sowden at the net to try and finish it himself. This time he sets quick for Ollie Kimber. Kimber points at Sowden and says, yes, that is exactly where I wanted it. Quick attack, unstoppable this time from Polonia. They keep on hanging on in there. 16-18 they trail.
Well, it's been Northumbria in control in this second set. And they take a 3-point lead now. But if you remember back to the last set, Northumbria were ahead for very much the best part of that set. And then it all came tumbling down towards the end. We've seen set points saved in this match. We've seen large points gaps given away. Nothing can be taken for granted. As that point goes the way of Polonia. Points gap still just 2 at the moment. An attempt to block at the net then by Darius Stetsafia.
The pass was tight to the net, but has that caught the line? Vangelis is saying no. The officials are saying yes.
If I'm honest, it looked like it made contact with the line. We'll wait and see the TV replay. Either way, Polonia just need to put that behind them now.
Could be a key moment in this match, that. Jeff Carlson serving for Northumbria. It could be a 1-point game. It's now a 4-point game as Carlson's serve is too hot to handle. 21-17 their lead. Timeout called by the Polonia camp to try and find their way back into this fourth set. They'd love to spin it around right at the very death.
They're, of course, attempting to win the match with this set. Northumbria just really needing to pull the match level. Looking to take things into a deciding 15 points set. Both teams have had chances in all of the sets, really. It's not really been any one-sided play, apart from the first set when Polonia looks like the stronger of the two teams. Other than that, it's been pretty much level pegging. And that goes wide there by Choltea.
Over it goes from Oro, who gets it inside the block for Polonia.
Polonia hanging in there, no doubt about that.
Choltea, deep breath as he winds up another one of his trademark big serves. Shenton gets the pass nice and high. The quick attack comes through the middle. It's great work from Choltea back court. It's exceptional work from Heath the libero, but they can't deal with the second ball off the net. Northumbria and Polonia have another point on the board and close the gap. Great pancake there, you see, from Heath. But as it kept rebounding off the net, Carlson and Clayton, and then Heath again, were unable to do the job. Choltea applying more pressure as Setsofia's pass goes really high to the back corner of the court. Jenkinson just has to try and tip it back over. Can they get Oro swinging? It comes flying off the top of the Northumbria block, and Polonia have another point on the board. It's just 2 points the difference now for Polonia. And the timeout is called by Audrey Cooper on the Team Northumbria bench.
That's the time to do it, isn't it? The ascendancy with Polonia, as you say, Rob, 2 points in it at the moment. Very little to separate these two sides. Polonia will be desperate to get this tied up as soon as they can. Northumbria looking to level the match and take some momentum into a deciding tiebreak. Who knows what's going to happen?
What impact will that timeout have had then? It was called by Team Northumbria just to try and disrupt the rhythm of the Marius Chortea serve. Here is the big number 17. Another powerful one, and Shenton and Jenkinson got in each other's way. It's stunning stuff from Chortea, and it's keeping Polonia in with a fighting chance of winning this match in 4. Northumbria have got to find a way to deal with this Chortea serve sooner rather than later. Otherwise, they could find themselves in all sorts of trouble. Shenton again is the man to receive it. His pass is better this time, and Jenkinson finds a way through the block. But Polonia will come again. Again, it's Chortea, and it catches the line.
That's absolutely fantastic. He had no right to do that. Absolutely no right. The point looked as though it could have been dead and buried.
It's been a super run of service points from Marius Chortea, and here he is, coming all the way from the back of the court from where he just served and putting it right down on the line. 22 each.
Northumbria just turning around in despair.
Drop the serve shorter to try and change it up, and Northumbria make a mess of it. Clayton it was, having a bit of a fumble. Somehow Polonia are in front now. Two points away from taking the first match of this Super 8's final. Another big one from Chortea. Heath deals with it, the libero. Jenkinson through the block, but Polonia still have it off the ground. Northumbria wanted a handling error, but their block is there, big enough. French and Clayton combining to level at 23 each.
It doesn't get much tighter than this, does it? 23 all.
Oh, could have been 2 touches there. Polonia are incensed. And it comes down from Shenton and Clayton. It's big at the block for Northumbria. Was there a handling error in there in the previous exchange? Vangelis is not very pleased with it at all. It's set point Northumbria. This is exceptionally tense here. Nathan French to try and serve out the set and take us to a decider. Serves it short, but off the net.
The pressure just playing there. Wow. One way or another, we're going to have a conclusion to this match before too long. Will it be in this set, or will it be forced to a deciding set? Bologna have done well to hang on because Northumbria have had the ascendancy for much of this set. Serve then coming in from Phil Smith. And that's enough, isn't it? It's just dropped in on the inside of the court. Liam Jenkinson with the killer blow out wide. Another set point to Northumbria.
This time it's Clayton to serve Northumbria's set point. Just need this to force a decider. Oh, the pass was awful. It's a bad mistake from Roman Miserak. And it's 26-24 Northumbria. We are going all the way in the first leg of this Super 8's men's final.
Well, I tell you what, it's been in It's been some tense volleyball, this, hasn't it? From start to finish. Other than the first set, it's been difficult to separate these two teams. And now, almost inevitably, it's come to a deciding set. First to 15 in this shootout. Well, of course, have the second leg tomorrow. And the winner of this final set looking to take an advantage into that second set. Second leg. There's confirmation of screens ends. 2-set all. You look at that scoreboard. The first set was pretty much Polonia's, wasn't it? But then after that, there's been 2 points in every single set. So little to separate these two teams. And of course, it was at one point Polonia serving for a 2-set lead, having set points. Northumbria then clawing their way back into it. Polonia winning the third set, but Northumbria proving too strong at the end there.
Last chance today to get in touch with us here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering if you wish to do so. Hashtag Super816 on Twitter. Which way is this decider going to go? It's been very tight throughout. It's been edgy. It's been nervy. It's been entertaining for the supporters, particularly for the neutrals. Hashtag Super816. What do you think? Remember, the winner of this deciding set holds a one-match advantage at the halfway point of this Super 8's final. They'll come back and they'll do it all over again tomorrow. 3 more matches for you on the live stream, starting at 10:30. It's the Invitational Sitting Grand Prix. East London Lynx versus the Sitting Grand Prix All-Stars. And then it's the second leg of the Super 8's women's final. Team Northumbria took that 3-2 earlier on today, the first leg, so they hold the advantage going into tomorrow. That one's scheduled to start at 1 o'clock and then scheduled for 3:15, although expected to be later if the women's game goes to 5 sets again. It's the men's Super 8's final, second leg. And if it's level at 1 match each after the 2 legs, then it's a golden set. First to 15 points. And you must win by 2 clear points. That's tomorrow's action. Still got lots to do today because we've got a decider on our hands here. Team Northumbria will serve, hitting from right to left for the first half of this deciding set. Jeff Carlson, one of many key men in the Northumbria side.
Well, it's Polonia with the initial point then in this deciding set. A quick start, absolutely essential in this deciding set. No hanging about, no time for the second attempts. Big block out there from the big man, Oliver Kimber. 2-0 to Polonia. This is the moment and everyone's been waiting for, this final set. Well, Northumbria opening their account then. Not quite sure what's the referee seen now. I think it was a hand over the net. Northumbria won't be too fussed either way. So close this final. What a match we've been treated to so far.
Shenton just finds nothing but net. Polonia 3-2 up. Chortea with that remarkable run of serves towards the tail end of the fourth set has that duty again.
So little to separate these two teams in this final. Not a point in it at the moment. Andrew Clayton then to serve for Northumbria. Not good enough though. James McCarty at the front of the net with the smash. Oliver Kimber then to serve. 4-3 the score. Polonia with a narrow advantage. And it does seem to be at the moment, Rob, that the team serving is the team conceding a point.
Goes back to that conversation we had earlier, doesn't it? Do you put a bit extra on your serve to try and put pressure on the opponent, or do you just put it in and think, right, we'll play the point?
At this stage of the match, I think nerves kick in a bit, don't they? And it's more a case of you don't want to be the one that loses the point. Well, another substitution coming on. Kepka coming on in replacement of Smith. And the point going the way of Northumbria then.
Shenton covering well behind the block there and sets Sofia coming through with a pipe attack. 6-4 Northumbria. Set straight up by Jenkins. Set Sofia coming all the way through. And Polonia have reintroduced their captain, Bartosz Kisielewicz. Ace service from Alice Jenkins, right down on the toes of Michał Sala, and it dropped quickly. The libero couldn't get there. 3 points the advantage now. Team Northumbria taking control. Jenkins follows up an ace serve with a long serve. 2 points the gap. Lucio Oro now to try and reduce the damage even more. Huge toss as expected. Heath did well with the pass. Polonia block tried to put it straight back down.
Scrappy stuff.
3 point for Polonia. A hush around the stadium. Polonia didn't really take full advantage of it, but I think Shenton encroached over the centre line as he was tumbling. Yeah, he did, and Bakari put his hand on the net for good measure as well. Just a point in it then as Dave Goodchild opts to call a timeout for Team Northumbria. Not far away from the change of ends either.
Well, we're only so little in this at the moment. 2 sets all, just a point separating the two teams. This one going the distance well and truly. Both teams making the most of their technical timeouts, as you'd expect them to.
Just a slight delay while the Polonia captain Kishelevich having a chat with the referee, Dominic Bigailo, who is now ready to let Lucio Oro serve. 6-7. Big from Bakari, great one-handed reaction from Oro. And then the point goes Polonia's way, they level.
Every point so crucial at the moment, as you can see from those reactions by Kishelevich. Screaming at his teammates. They know how important these next few points are. Oro then with the serve.
But it is Northumbria through Sam Shenton who take the advantage into the change of sides. 8-7. Just a single point in this Super 8's final. The gantry here at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering is absolutely packed because it is the Volleyball England annual awards following this match straight away. So everybody that's turned up for that, all suited and booted, are lining the gantry to add to the size of the crowd here. It's a service error out of the change of ends from Northumbria, makes it level at 8 each. Tipped straight back down by Bakari. He needed to finish the job that he started there. Jenkins set him. Look at the leap from Bakari. Somehow Polonia just forced Northumbria into one more play, but Bakari was equal to it again. Northumbria celebrating. They wanted the point, but Polonia saying that they tipped it down. It came off the Northumbria block and out of play. I think the argument is that the ball was touched more or less at the same time. So can you say whether that's our hit coming back off the opposition's block and out of play? Or is that the opposition's block coming off of us and out of play? The referee saw it in favour of Polonia. So Phil Smith serves at 9-9. And that's Phil Smith diving into the advertising hoardings just to keep every point alive. Swings cross court and wide it goes from Jeff Carlson.
Well, a 2-point lead to Polonia now, and that really does mean a lot at the moment, doesn't it?
Northumbria are staying in this. Polonia are wanting the decision at the net maybe, but they're not going to get it. It's 10-all.
Just as quickly as it arrived, that 2-point lead goes. Really at the business end of this match now. Who can keep their heads more? A fantastic serve, dealt with well though by Polonia. The block there, and it's Oliver Kimber with the block. A vital block as well at the net. Or it might have been the hands actually of
Chortea
that's got in front of that one. Either way though, the point's gone to Polonia.
Kisielewicz, the captain, serves. This is so tense. Good work again from Heath, who's covered a lot of ground in this. Set Sofia going deep cross court, Polonia equal to it. Oro there with the clever tip down, the pancake. And then the violation at the net.
Polonia with the point then after that long rally. It was Clayton in the end who made the contact with the net. You can't help but feel this place is going to absolutely explode in the next couple of minutes, regardless of the outcome. Polonia fans doing their best to give their team that extra lift.
Got another break here with another timeout. A chance for the players and us up here in the gantry, as well as all the supporters, just to take a bit of a breather. It was an epic 5-set encounter in the National Cup final a month ago. It's another one where both sides are bringing the absolute best out of each other, right to the very death. 12-10 to Polonia. Bartosz Kisielewicz serving. 3 more points they need to take the first match of this final. But Kisielewicz serves wide down the line.
You can tell the pressure is beginning to show.
Set Sofia serving for Northumbria. Kisielewicz reverse set for Chortea. Double fist pump from him this time. If it was possible for that man to get more fired up, it's just happened.
Polonia fans feel like that moment is not too far away.
Chortea serving for Polonia. 2 points away from victory, but he tried to get too much into it.
Once again, straight into the net, and the pressure telling one more time, just a point in it one more time. Andrew Clayton then lining himself up, a big run up. You kind of feel like this one's going to be power over precision. I'm imagining it's going to be a big ball toss. No, it's precision. Well, James McCarty getting out of jail there, because that looked like it was going to be heading out. Referee intervenes. Set point now to Polonia. Match point, match point of this first leg to Polonia.
The crowd were on their feet. They thought that had won it. Point still very much alive. Set from Kisielewicz for Chortea to try and finish it. Just too long. Out the back door.
The adrenaline rushing through him there. You can tell the power just a bit too much. Chortea then unable to finish this. 1 match point saved by Northumbria. A technical timeout called.
Vangelis will just want to try and settle his troops for 1 more point. That's all they need, Polonia, to take the advantage into tomorrow's second match.
But after what we've seen here today, who'd bet against it going into a final decider in the second leg? There's been so little between these two teams.
there is a case for an early prediction of a golden set. Absolutely. Second match point then for Polonia, but it's Northumbria serving through Liam Jenkinson. The left-hander has been pretty good in this final. It's a good pass from McCarty. It goes out for Oro to try and finish it, and Oro finishes it. They convert the second match point. IBB London Polonia, and the crowd are on their feet because they have the advantage in this men's Super 8s final. 15-13, they've won the decider. They've won the first leg by 3 sets to 2. It went right down to the wire, just 2 points in it as there was throughout much of that match. A great advert for volleyball in Britain and a great taster of what could be to come tomorrow.
Well, you said it then, Rob. 2 points in that final set decider, 2 points in all but one of the sets separating the two teams. I think on the balance of play, Polonia perhaps the slightly stronger of the two teams. They should have gone and taken a 2-set advantage after the second set. They didn't manage it, but they do take the first leg advantage into tomorrow in what promises to be a cracking second leg between these two teams. Polonia then winning this 3 sets to 2.
Set scores 25-15, 24-26, 25-23, 24-26, 15-13. IBB London Polonia, the victors. They take the advantage heading into tomorrow. We will try, if we can, to have a quick chat with a member of the IBB Polonia London camp, a player, or Vangelis, possibly the coach as well. James is hot-footing his way down the stand now to go and see if he can grab somebody for a quick chat for the reaction. So a little bit more to come on this stream for you. In the meantime, I'll just let you know that tomorrow, starting 10:30, it's the Invitational Sitting Grand Prix, East London Lynx versus Sitting Grand Prix All-Stars. That's 10:30. And then scheduled for 1 o'clock, it's the second leg of the Super 8 women's final. And then this will conclude at 3:15, this battle between Polonia Side Out London and Team Northumbria. So James is wandering down now to try and speak to a member of the Polonia side. So we'll bring that for you before we bring this stream to a close from the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering.
So Polonia taking the narrow lead then into the second day of action. They're going to be taking the first leg lead into that second day. I'm joined now by Vangelis, the head coach. Vangelis, what a match we were just treated to then. Very little between the two sides, but ultimately you coming out on top.
Yeah, it was really a very exciting game for the spectators, not for the players and the coach, for sure.
Very nerve-wracking, I imagine, for them and for yourself on the sidelines.
It wasn't a very quality game because both teams, they want to win. It's a title. You can expect, amazing volleyball, but at least there was a lot of passion. You see, some good rallies for sure, and hopefully tomorrow will be at least better game.
You could have taken a 2-set lead. You had set points in the second set, and then you almost let your opposition back in then, didn't you?
Yeah, because my guys, they thought that the set have already finished, but in volleyball never finish. You can see we was 16-12 up and then we lost at 26-24.
So you're probably hoping for less drama tomorrow. We're hoping for more of the same. What are you expecting?
I hope the drama it was today. I hope.
Okay, Vangelis, well, good night's sleep for you, I imagine, in order for this evening. Thanks very much for joining us then. Make sure you tune back in tomorrow. We've got 3 great matches starting from 10:30. Make sure you're there. Don't miss a moment.